Hello and welcome to Pichael's Picks. We're back again for a couple slates, LCK versus LPL, the EULCS, and the NALCS. Right now, I'm currently tilted for not playing on this slate because after looking at the results, I realized that if I played, I probably would have had a chance to win every single contest. Is that somewhat hindsight? Yeah, but I thought Unicorns of Love had a decent shot to win. I thought Schalke had a decent shot to win as underdogs. And my favorite pick of the day was Giants against Vitality, but I played none of them. So now I'm going to play tonight and tomorrow and probably lose all of my money. So let's go with our first slate. ROX versus SKT. This is going to be a pretty good matchup. I think that even though it looks like there's a big talent disparity between these two teams, there's kind of not. Tall versus Linderang. Linderang's proven he's played well in the past. Blossom versus Sungwon, not a big deal. Faker versus Lava. Faker's obviously better. I'm not even going to pretend like there's not a big one there. Bang versus Sungyun, and Wolf versus Key. Now, we're going to look at the rest of these underdogs and see if we like an underdog better than ROX. But the way that SKT has been playing this split makes me feel like even if ROX can win a game, the kill totals will not be high because SKT has a bunch of moving parts right now. Their jungle and top lane are just it's like taking them a while to figure out how they're going to utilize that part of the map. So I think I'm going to stay away from SKT probably. It is the second closest matchup, so you might need to use them, but I will probably not. Next up, JD Gaming versus Fan Plus Phoenix. I don't watch any LPL. I think LPL is a total scam. There's probably match fixing going on, and I just hate the LPL. I don't like playing Draftkings when there's LPL involved. Just don't trust any of those guys. So let's see if I know any of these players. Zoom versus Gimgoon. I've heard of Gimgoon, not Zoom. Clid versus Pepper. Nope. Yagao versus Bing. Nope. Loken. That sounds familiar. IWX. And then LV Mao versus Crisp. Apparently, this is the biggest differential out of any of the games. So take that for what it's worth. I don't know anything about this team to have a good feeling about picking them as an underdog. So if I have enough money, I'll play some JDG. I'm not playing FPX. We have Kingzone Dragon X, a.k.a. the best team in LCK right now, versus the Afrika Freaks. I've got a soft spot in my heart for the Afrika Freaks. They always seem to do well when I roster them. I like Kuro a lot. I think Kramer's a good player. But the problem is that Kingzone is just the best. Khan is ridiculous. Peanut, ridiculous. BDD, also ridiculous. And then Prey and Gorilla, like I've said in previous videos, probably one of the best bot lanes in the world. So they are the second most expensive team. I think I would take Kingzone over SK Telecom in every single roster just because they have the higher upside in terms of more likely to win in a 2-0. And they also play bloodier games because they have Peanut, and Peanut is a psychopath. Last game, LGD versus Billy Gaming. This is the closest, and it's still not close. So apparently, all the underdogs should not win on this day. So I would not pick ROX Tigers against SKT. I would not pick Fan Plus Phoenix because I don't even know who those are. I would not pick Afrika Freaks because Kingzone. I guess that leaves me with LGD. So Amazing J versus Jinu, SKS versus Aimi, Athena versus Yuki or Nanzu, Jinzhao versus Imp. We have Imp. I'm going to pick Imp. And PYL. Yep, that just made it pretty easy for me. I'm just going to go like this and like that, and then probably like this. And now I need to figure out what favorite I like the most. So SKT, if I pick SKT, I'm probably going to try to have Faker and Bang on all of my lineups. If I pick JDG, I would just fill in the empty spots here. And if I went with Kingzone, I think I would try to find a way to get Peanut on my team because Peanut's really good. And he can destroy an entire game by himself. And that's important to have those players in your rosters because he has really high upside. He has higher upside than almost any other jungler in League of Legends. So that's it for the LCK and LPL. I think it will be mostly favorites, but if I had to put my money on one of the underdogs, I'd probably go with LGD. Next up, EULCS. Roccat versus UOL. UOL won yesterday. Did Roccat win yesterday? I'm not sure. Prophet versus White Knight is pretty similar. Memento versus Cold, pretty similar. Blanc versus Exile. Heihaku versus Samix. This is a close matchup any way you look at it. This is the... Wow. I do not agree with that at all. I would probably play Unicorns again. Maybe they're going to go on a little bit of a hot streak here. That's kind of surprising because they just won their last matchup against Splice. So if you think Splice is better than Roccat, definitely take Unicorns. Giants versus H2K. H2K is just a bad team. They played decently well against Fnatic, but Giants are better than them. Giants is coming off a big victory over Vitality. I would expect Giants to win again. So already you have one pretty good combination of Unicorns of Love with Giants. Next up, Schalke versus Splice. Okay, Ottawamne versus Vizicachi. Two good top laners. Xerxes versus Pride. Niski versus Nuke Duck. Kabi versus Upset. Kasing versus Vander. I think it's a pretty close matchup, and I kind of like Schalke. I mean, they're an underdog, sure, but they have a shot to win. So far we have two underdogs with a chance to win. If Schalke is going to win, they're going to need a big game out of Vizicachi and Upset probably. So I would definitely try to fit those two in before I get anyone else in. Next up, G2 and Fnatic. No way. Fnatic is not the favorite. Oh, come on. I mean, they're priced so similar that it doesn't really matter. They're saying it's a 50-50. But this is the matchup of the day. This is where most of the points are going to come from on this slate. That's the level one thinking. I think most people are going to agree with me on that one. I would definitely have exposure to both sides, I think, if I play multiple contests. If I had to pick one team or the other, I think I would go with G2. The contrarian option is to fade this game altogether and just hope the other games are higher scoring. But G2 has shown they're going to try to kill everybody, no matter who they're playing against. Yesterday they played a kind of slow-paced game, but I would expect this one to blow up. So unless Fnatic completely concedes everything in the early game and a split push war happens with Soaz, I would expect this game to be the highest scoring game of the day. Last up, Vitality versus Misfits. Cabochard versus Alfari. It's pretty close. Maxlor versus Gilius. Senkux, Jizuki. Hansama, Mini Chupa. I still like Vitality. I know that I picked against them yesterday, but they're a good enough team. They can compete with Misfits. It's not a huge talent disparity. So there are a lot of good potential upsets in this one. I think Unicorns has a chance to win, definitely, and they're the biggest underdog, which is surprising. I think I would not pick H2K. I would consider Schalke. I would consider G2, and I would consider Vitality. Those are your underdogs for the day. I think they all have a shot. So figure out which team you like the best, and then make a couple of pairings, different stacks, throw them together. Those are your lineups for EULCS. And then last but not least, we have the NALCS. So first up, 100 Thieves versus Cloud9. It is Cloud9 is the third biggest favorite. Third biggest favorite. 100 Thieves could beat C9. It's just unlikely. And if 100 Thieves does win, it would be from Someday against Licorice. I would think of this matchup similar to the one that they played, Echo Fox versus C9. Echo Fox won because Huni is a beast. CLG versus Clutch Gaming. Clutch Gaming should not be the favorites over CLG. I would definitely take CLG. I know that they're not playing well right now, but I believe in CLG. Not much more to say about that one. It's a relatively close matchup. is the closest matchup on the day. But I would definitely take players from CLG. My only problem with CLG is that they can win through the macro and not have high kill scoring games, which is always tilting for DraftKings. Echo Fox versus TSM. Wow, this is not surprising. Just strange to see. Echo Fox has been the best team in the NALCS. TSM could obviously beat them. What's the percentage, though? TSM's probably a 40%. They have 40% chance to win. It's going to be a high kill total in this matchup. I would definitely consider TSM. And because Echo Fox is the 4th biggest favorite, I would also consider Echo Fox because they have the potential to be the highest scoring team any week, as per usual. So both of these teams I'm interested in. Optic versus Golden Guardians. Everybody knows by this point that I love Optic Gaming. So if I had enough money, I would try to pay for them. They're the 2nd biggest favorite against Golden Guardians. The problem is Golden Guardians definitely could beat Optic Gaming in a 1-game set. So I'd probably have to limit my exposure to Optic. And then Team Liquid versus FlyQuest. This is going to be a joke of a match. Team Liquid much better than FlyQuest. I don't care if they lost to Golden Guardians recently. I would expect Team Liquid to come out and demolish FlyQuest. So one more time, I'm going to run through everything real quick. I've got SKT over Rocks, JDG over Fun Plus, whatever that is, Kingzone over Afrika Freaks, and I think LGD can pull off the upset over Billy Gaming, so LGD are the best underdogs on the LCK-LPL slate. This one, I think both teams have a shot at winning. I like Giants. Both teams have a shot at winning. Both teams have a shot at winning. Both teams have a shot at winning. So this is going to be an interesting slate. I think the EULCS, there's the potential for 4 upsets. If any of you have a sports book and want to take out a parlay, I would pair up a couple of these and try to hit a big parlay because these matchups are really that close. It might not seem like that because of records and how they've been playing, but talent-wise and how they've played against similar opponents, I think 4 of these games could be upsets theoretically. If G2 beats Fnatic, is that really an upset? No. If Vitality beats Misfits, is that really an upset? No. So I'm talking mostly about Unicorns of Love versus Rockcat and Schalke over Splice. I think those 2 games are real upsets. These 2 are just upsets because of how they've priced everything. Last but not least, NALCS, I think C9, CLG, TSM can win, but I would expect Echo Fox to win. Optic should win. Team Liquid should win. Those are Pichael's picks for the day. I don't really think that I need to go in and pick individual players because, I think the team alone is enough. You're going to stack those players anyways. So just don't make stupid decisions like not taking the carries off your favorite team of the day, and you will do fine. Good luck out there. Let me know who you think the biggest favorite. Let me know who you think the highest scoring team of the day is going to be, and otherwise I will see you tomorrow. Good luck.